Hello, my name is Mars, and welcome back to the Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood. In the last episode, we learned that Dahlia and Jasmine are both running competing campaigns to take the role of leader after Adana's death. We haven't gone so far as to divine or predetermine right who the winner will be, but we have pledged our allegiance to Dahlia for several reasons. Because in game, she's our favorite. She's the one we told Abramar was our favorite. Um, I'm a little mad at Jasmine because of what she did to Greta, and I just kind of like Dahlia's ideas a little better. And also, Dahlia came to us first, and we supported her first, so both of them have sent over someone to talk to us to try to convince us over to their side. Dahlia has sent someone so new that she doesn't even have a familiar, and Jasmine has sent us Junryisha, who is one of the oldest witches in the coven. I don't think she's going to be able to convince me, but I don't know. I've been very unfair to Jasmine, so I think the least we can do is hear her out first. And I also like Junrisha's name a lot, and hopefully I'm pronouncing it right. So I'm going to invite Junrisha over first. And I also don't think we have... we can make a card, but maybe not right now. Let's wait till we do another reading. Oh, and she looks all cool like Adana did, I guess. Ooh, she got beads all over her. And skin wrappings. Interesting. Welcome. Thank you for coming. Thank you for having me. I'm not used to dealing with young witches, so first of all, excuse me if I say something too blunt or out of place. Don't worry, that introduction was polite enough. Good. You need to vote for Jasmine. I don't care for her program, really. It is just imperative that we eat Idana's corpse, okay? Single issue voter. I guess. I don't really like people like you. You gotta have an opinion on everything. And not just let yourself be blinded by a single issue. Whoa, I thought you came by to do some convincing, not just to order me around. We are inches away from unlocking a whole new dimension of understanding. There will always be time to open the gates to more witches. Who knows? It is possible that if we ascend higher, we can directly grant illumination to anyone. That'd be very convenient, huh? I can expose some pretty solid arguments if I may. Be my guest. Do you mind if I summon a Peppermancer's disc to calculate the chances that our interests will align? I know your disc's secret. We have the knowledge. We might as well say it. And what may that be? Your invention is pretty convenient for any witch facing some kind of critical situation. What they don't know is that the disc is also recording everything, collecting information for you. Oh. That is true indeed. How did you learn about it? My third eye isn't just for looking. I believe you to be the first person to know. Please don't disclose it to the rest of the coven, or you will deprive them of an essential tool. Oh boy, so I think Greta was kind of screwed either way. Because she was using one of those discs during her ritual, and she was using the disc to try and hide some pretty taboo stuff, summoning a behemoth and all, but by using the disc, she probably tipped someone off. So yikes. How about you make the disc stop stealing info? That I won't do. To collect intel in witches' dire situations is in fact its main purpose. Don't you have any sense of ethics? Yeah, I don't like you, lady. Ethics lose all meaning when you spend a decade trapped inside the dungeons of the Inquisition. Fair. I need to gather as much information as possible for the betterment of my holistic formula. I won't disclose any secrets if that is what you are worried about. Still, the mere knowledge of your peers' issues is a clear violation. That's irrelevant. Those are the ethics of the privileged. When you are faced with death, when you become a survivor, it's all about the results. Lady, I don't know how to tell you this, but you're privileged now. You have a lot of power in this coven. I know you've gone through some bad stuff in the past. That's become clear to me, but you're one of the privileged ones now. So you gotta have some ethics. How about you summon a minister of secrets at least, so you can't possibly disclose any sensitive information? I don't see it as necessary, but I will, if that keeps you from sabotaging my project. It'll make me feel better, yeah. Understood. Do you mind if I summon a Fatemancer's disc anyway? I'd rather do this without the disc. A pity. Understood. We'll do this the old-fashioned way. The first thing I want to use to demonstrate the advantage of harnessing power is a present. I learned that you craft your own cards using Arcana. With enough power, you could create your own, and not be limited to the ones found in a grimoire. Here. The Penitent One. The lone survivor of the Brotherhood of the Silent Sorrow, so named because those in the congregation took a vow of silence as a form of penance. Yikes. Thank you, I guess. While I was at the mercy of the Inquisition, I met a penitent pilgrim. He didn't say anything, but he left a lasting impression on me. Using my holistic formula, I captured his essence in the form of a super arcana, for your use in your divination. Think about the possibilities if you were able to etch any element of the cosmos that marked you into a card. I mean, that does sound cool, but I'm pretty good at working with what I have, and you know, I already have the power to basically make these cards tell me what I want them to tell me. I don't need any more ability to manipulate. Well, I should say, the cards give me a few options, and I can choose which one I find the most pleasing to me. I already have the power to shape the future. A limited power, but a power nonetheless. I don't need the ability to manipulate the tools I use even further, to help me even further manipulate the future. That's too much power. So I'm going to say, is that enough of a reason to keep more witches from ascending? It feels too egotistical. I'm aware that for someone as intelligent as you, flattery won't be enough to make up your mind. So next, allow me to make a demonstration of power. Oh, thrilling, what do you have in mind? Thanks to my understanding of the holistic formula, I'd made myself immune to fate. Oh, geez. Sorry I laughed. It sounds way too ludicrous. Then go ahead, read my fortune. Throw me your meanest card. It'll be my pleasure. But wait, my formula may damage your deck in the process. Are you sure you still want to go through it? You're planning to dispel my card, aren't you? Yeah, I know stuff. I can see through your tricks, lady. How did you... Is there a way to get a hold of one of those magnificent third eyes of yours? Would you like me to help me find you through my divination? That sounds tempting, but as I told you, I am immune to the arts of fate. Not much of a perk right now, huh? Huh. God, I think I made the right choice choosing knowledge. Oof. I don't think there are any downsides to this. It's all right, I have my own ways. Even at the cost of a card, do you still want me to demonstrate? I believe it'll be a very valuable lesson. I'll take your word for it, my deck is too precious. That's a pity. it would have been a pretty enlightening experience for you. Maybe, but I spent way too much time on these cards to let you break them in any way. Yeah, sunk cost fallacy, lady. I like my cards. I guess if I had to give her one to get rid of, it would be like the Autochton, the one with the mech. I don't know how much I like that one. Or maybe the one on the waterfall with like the deer paladin. I forget what it's called. That one kind of sucks. And I don't understand what it means, but I don't know. It's pretty. I don't want you messing with my cards, lady. If you don't embrace entropy, you will accumulate too much baggage to be able to prosper as a witch. Attachment limits growth. I have my own ways. I'm sure you do. Well, what's your next solid argument to persuade me towards eating the old hag? Yeah, you're trying to convince me that making us all more powerful is the right chance to go. Your more power seems very destructive to me, so even knowing what you were gonna do, like, not just seeing it, like, no one should have the power to tamper with my deck, you know? To tamper with another witch's arts in that way. What's your next solid argument to persuade me towards eating the old hag? I feel that's enough for today. Your mind is too burdened for me to effectively impart wisdom. I mean, I already made up my mind before you came here. I thought I ought to give you a chance, but yeah. I can't even do a divination for you because you're immune to fate. It was a waste having you. Your design is very cool, but I don't like you. I'll come and see you again in the future. You're welcome to come anytime. Farewell. Quite a character, this Junryisha. She's a bit full of herself. I sympathize with her. She has that kind of look only a behemoth can recognize. What do you mean? A look of, like, having been subjugated somehow? Those eyes, you only get them when you manage to peek behind the curtain. Oh. From being too powerful. That's the problem. If everyone can peek behind the curtain, then everyone's going to be traumatized like that. They evoke a calm dread, if that makes any sense. Huh. I can picture myself getting there at some point if I keep delving into the mysteries of this deck. Maybe. Maybe not. You are too stubborn for that. Hey, I'm not that obstinate. If anything, I see you acquiring the presence of a master. It requires a special kind of confidence to evoke that. Oh, thank you. Only idiots and erudites manage to get there, and I'm still on the fence about which one you are. Haha, very funny. Alright. I still don't think I'm gonna bother making a card. I have too many water cards. I can't just spend all my stuff on water. Alright. Let's see Dahlia's newcomer. The newcomer I told you about is ready to meet you. She doesn't even have a familiar yet, so I'm contacting you on her behalf. Say the word and I'll bring her to your place. Invite. Oh. What's this? Oh. What? What? Oh, I click this? Fuck me. I look like shit. I don't know why I even bother to go shopping if I don't feel like eating. What the hell is happening? This wouldn't be the newcomer. Would it be? Are we, like, seeing them being summoned? I guess my future self will thank me when I get stoned tonight. Today is my birthday. Should have gotten myself a cake or whatever. I'll put a candle on a hot dog or something. Will Denaton release a new game soon? It's been way too long since Hotline Miami 3. Maybe I can start another run of Elden Ring too. Wow, this is the future. I don't know why I even get up in the morning. Life doesn't make any fucking sense. I don't make any fucking sense. How does everyone else manage to not hate themselves? I wish I was brave enough to drop out of uni. I don't even like computer science. God, I'd rather kill myself than go to work in an office. I'd rather not work at all. I wish there was a way to stop existing altogether. Would my life be better if I had been born on Earth? Without universities, without corporations, just surviving on the old planet. Did we shape this person's life with our reading? On the beach? I wonder if they have video games over there. I hope those idiots don't ask me to hang out today for my birthday. I thought this line was a mustache at first, which is kind of why I'm giving this character a deeper voice, but I don't know. Even if she's a woman, which she probably is, if this has to do with ascending. This is probably the newcomer, I'm guessing. I like the deep, gravelly voice on them. I'll keep saying it. I don't feel like seeing anyone. Fuck, I forgot the toilet paper. Surprise! Who's that? Come on, guys. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear dead name. Oh my god. Happy birthday to you. Woo! Happy birthday. Did we surprise you? Come on, make a wish. Maybe this is what Dahlia meant when she said, oh, this new witch doesn't even have a name yet. She hasn't chosen her name. I wish. Don't say it out loud or it won't come true. I worry now that the deep voice might be offensive somehow, so I'm gonna stop doing it. Okay, in that case. Welcome, I'm Fortuna, nice to meet you. What's your name? I don't know. Oh, that's fine. I guess you're still figuring things out. Yes. First, I need to come to terms with being in outer space and having become a witch. Was that your wish? That's right, you're a witch now, girl. How do you know I'm a woman? Only women can become witches, so there's no doubt about it. Everyone seems to be clearer than me on everything. I haven't even had the chance to get out of the closet to myself, but everyone here keeps addressing me as a woman. Oh, I'm sorry. Would you rather have me switch back to masculine pronouns? Hell no. I'm sorry. I'm just angry it didn't all happen on my terms. You wished for it, didn't you? Well, you have an eternity ahead of you to enjoy your true self. I guess I should be celebrating, but I can't still picture myself out of this ugly beard and hoodie. I believe I can help you with that if you'd like. What do you have in mind, some kind of glow up? You'll be the one doing the transition. I'll just offer some guidance. It's not very different from what all of us witches had to go through. None of us ascended in these cool robes and hats. I'm an engineer. I wouldn't even know where to begin with designing an outfit. It'll all come to you, trust me. Shall we perform a rite? God. I wish I could do a voice specifically for a trans woman. I love listening to trans women talk. Like, they have naturally deeper voices. This is a generalization, but the ones I've heard, I follow a few on YouTube, and I just love listening to them talk because they have naturally deeper voices, but they make a pronounced effort to sound more feminine, and the result is just so soothing and comforting. I always feel when I'm watching these women on YouTube, at least, I feel like they're reading me a bedtime story, all the time. I wish I could do a voice to emulate that, but I don't know if I have it in me. Shall we perform a rite? I did it for my sister once. You can just relax. This is a pretty cool moment in a witch's life. I'm in your hands, whatever. First of all, I'm gonna... Fortuna! What did we just learn? I'm gonna summon a Fatemancer's disc to check in our chances of success for the ritual. Fine. I guess we could have done this one first. We could have done this one first and not learned about the disc. But oh well. Chances of success? Does this mean I can fail? Not really. It'll just mean you'll take more time to figure out your witch identity. But it'll come to you in time. Great. Just try to enjoy it. Sure. What do I have to do? There are many ways to go about this. My favorite one is by making some tea. I'm going to interview you to try to find some elements that are fundamental to your essence. Then we'll pour them into this teapot and brew a cathartic infusion. Haha, this sounds so surreal. But sure, I'm game. It can be pretty delicious. A good friend of mine taught me this method, and now I wouldn't go about it any other way. I'm kind of envious since this is something a witch can only taste before transitioning. Are you ready? Of course, interview the shit out of me. Question. Tell me about yourself. What to say about myself? Would you like to do a bit of your background? Whatever you think is essential to your being. When I was about 10 years old, I saw a boar trample a friend to death during a school trip. Oh my god. That is oddly specific. It's the first thing that came to mind, and I find myself thinking about it too often whenever my mind's idle. I can imagine why. Of course, let it flow. I like electronic music, video games, spicy food, Western movies, and gardening. Oh, gardening can be a great asset for a witch. Well, I mostly grew marijuana and chili peppers. Is there pot in space? There is everything in the universe. But recreationally speaking, there's way better stuff you can get a hold of now, being a witch and all. Nice, I could do with some of that. Sure, I'll set you up with a friend of mine. Did you do anything creative? Not really. Maybe cooking? I love cooking, but too often I find myself too depressed to cook anything at all. Well, you have all the time in the world now. Sure. So, did you find anything useful? Electronic music, spicy food. I mean, she liked growing chilies. So, spicy food came up more than once. Let's not add the childhood trauma. Spicy food. Let's add spicy food. Whoa. Is something the matter? Not at all. It surprised me, but as you said it out loud, I felt a strong connection to it. You nailed it. Huh, great. Now, question. What would you dream of doing as a witch? Let's just pour you the spiciest cup of tea in the world. No. What would you dream of doing as a witch? I don't know. What does a witch typically do? Eat children in cursed towns? Huh, no. Well, not typically. You can do whatever you want. Some of us take care of magical gardens, some others craft daggers, some others organize cosmic orgies. Myself, I dabble in divination. I don't know. I just want to have fun, make some true friendships, visit different places. I felt trapped for too long in my apartment. I want to be free. You can do all that outside of your occupation. Any crafts you may be interested in? I don't know. I was preparing myself to become a computer engineer. I also enjoyed growing stuff, so making potions. Or maybe an explorer. Any excuse to visit lots of cool places. I see. What to add as your vocation? I mean, she said she didn't feel like a very creative person aside from, and gardening feels like a creative endeavor to me, like a very soulful endeavor. I don't know. She didn't give me the impression that she hates doing computer science. And like Fortuna said, she can do all of that exploring stuff outside of her occupation. So I'm gonna say I picture you as a scientist witch. I wouldn't say there's a lot of scientists in me. Why are we studying computer science then? I don't know. You have to do something. Well, science doesn't mean you'll have to put on a lab coat and do a lot of math. Occult sciences can be really fun. Sure, I'll try it. Okay, now, question. What would your ideal aesthetic be? Ugh, I don't have a single clue. Definitely not this. Use your instincts. Pour out any keywords that may come to mind. I don't know. What could be the opposite of this? I'm too embarrassed to say anything out loud, to be honest. I'm not comfortable speaking so openly about how I'd like to look. Take your time. Something flashy? Sexy? Shit, what am I saying? I feel like any look would be too big for me to fill. I want to feel good about myself, but I also don't want to overdo it. A witch isn't capable of overdoing her looks. You met Dahlia, right? And Dahlia is one of the tamest ones. Oh my god, I've met people with 4 arms. Actually, Louise, being part spider, probably has more arms that I couldn't see. I've met people with 3 heads. Those are the examples I can think of off the top of my head, but there is no look too big. Fuck yes, but she is one hell of a woman. You're a hell of a woman too. I don't feel so ready to own that. Okay, how about... I mean, speaking off the top of your head, you said sexy, so how about something hot? Fuck me. I'd love to look hot, but I couldn't picture that in a million years. Muster some courage, girl. I perceive a lot of hotness in you, and I'm a seer. Thanks for the encouragement. I have enough. Let's pour you a cup. The odds on that disc of yours aren't as high as I'd like them to be. They're good enough. Fill the rest with your willpower. You can do this. Oh, alright. Let's drink this. Cheers. Ooh! Oh my goodness, you look amazing. Oh, I love it. I love it. Oh, she looks so cute. With her peppers. Do I? The Peppermancer. Yes, you are stunning. Can't wait to get in front of a mirror, but I feel stunning myself. Yes. I feel weightless. This is amazing, Fortuna. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Congratulations. How can I ever repay you? You just become the best witch you can be. Enjoy it. You can count on it. Can you feel it now? You're calling? Yes! I am the Peppermancer. That is so cool. What are your powers about? I don't know yet. Something spicy, that's for sure. I need to find a fitting name for this persona. And I need to figure out what I'm gonna do from now on. So many questions. I feel anxious and excited. I can help you out with that. My specialty is helping witches dealing with questions using my deck. Oh, Dahlia told me about that. I was kind of bummed when you decided to brew me some tea instead of letting me see your deck. So, yes please, I'd love to see your cards in action. Oh. It'll be my pleasure. Oh my god. Oh, that was a beautiful moment. She was so down and unhappy, and I mean, if only it could be so easy in real life, you know? Snapping someone snapping your fingers and suddenly you're your best self, you know? It's what's the word I'm looking for? That moment was aspirational for sure, but it's gonna mean so much to so many people playing or watching this game. And, you know, I'm not trans at all. I was assigned female at birth, and I love being a woman, but, you know, I love being a woman so much that I love seeing other people love being women, and trans women included. And God, that, I'm tearing up a little. That was really beautiful. That meant a lot to me. Ah. All right, what does she want to know? I propose we look into what role you'll play in the coven, so you can form a better picture of where to direct your training. Yeah, that's cool. Also, what do you say we look into the future to see what you'll call yourself, so you can start using your name right away? Yes, please. I can't go by Untitled Witch Project forever. Nice. Anything else you want to ask while we're at it? I'm fine with just that. Let's leave some room for discovery. Very well. Now focus on these questions while I shuffle my deck. Sacred Security. Okay. Oh, I kind of like this. This card is kind of about rebirth and, like, I feel like this is a card kind of about, I don't know, when I made it, it was kind of about, like, non-witches supporting witches. That was kind of the theme I was going with Sacred Security. But, but she's a witch now, so it doesn't really make that much sense. But this pierces through magic. It's full of emotion, and it's about rebirth. These waterfalls were a place of rebirth, weren't they? So I feel like that makes sense for her name. Violet, Kaya, Nova. I get the same collection of energy. Kaya, Violet, or Nova. I mean, Kaya sounds like a kind of spicy name, don't you think? It's a little unusual. I've at least never seen it spelled that way. I like Kaya. Let's call her Kaya, the Peppermancer. You are Kaya, the Peppermancer. Whoa, Kaya. Sounds so alien to me. It feels like stealing a name from the identity database or something. But I like it a lot. I'll do my best to live up to this name. Thank you so much, Fortuna. You are welcome, Kaya. Okay. Ever-boiling sea of tears grants access to the most profound emotions. In need of finding a partner, a pain that can beget isolation. The Minister of Secrets veils the inner truth of the heart. Introspection, yearning, passion, and power. Okay. At some point, you will break the magical pact and leave the first to serve as arbiter. You're going to grow magical peppers, and they are going to be in high demand, especially the Lust Reapers, which will multiply sexual arousal and stimulus. Your talents will grow exponentially in a very short amount of time, and you will even get to surpass some of the oldest witches. Now, this is a very sexy card, isn't it? And it will give me an earth, so... This also feels like it fits the card. Like, there's an element of, like, loss and longing for something more, and I feel like the Arbiters certainly long for something more because they're being forced to do this job. That isn't what they came here for, but I don't know. This also fits the card, and it'll make her happy, I feel like. So You are going to grow magical peppers, and they are going to be in high demand, especially the lust reapers, which will multiply sexual arousal and stimulus. Hell yeah! That sounds like totally my shit. I know a great deal of witches who want to bid on your harvest. That is just perfect. Some business is just what I need to keep my mind off the astral mess I've gotten myself into. I'm eager to learn the ropes of witchcraft. We better get ready for a crash course. Totally. I'm supposed to grow some peppers, and I don't even have a home or a garden yet. You should talk with Jasmine about that. She's a gardener too. I'm sure she can set you up with a nice cosmic parcel. Perfect. I'll go and meet her after this meeting. Thank you so much. You're welcome. I have so much water. That's a wrap. How did you like my divination? Super cool. You've got a great talent. Although, I'm not sure if I'll resort to it again anytime soon. There's something dreadful in becoming aware of fate's existence and knowing you can't escape it. Not that you're to blame, don't get me wrong. Yeah, it can cause that effect. I'm sure I'd lose it if I had a talent like yours. So tempting and so scary at the same time. I'll stick to the peppermancy. Huh, it can be maddening at times, yes. What are you planning to do now? Dahlia wanted to introduce me to more people. And now I feel ready for it, thanks to you. Happy to hear that. Please come and visit me anytime. I will. Goodbye. She went off in a river of flame. Alright. I could make another card, but yeah, it looks like we're in one of those, transitional periods where we have to either make a card or spend some time in the bed. Let's spend some time in the bed. I will want to check out some of that interactive fiction. I don't know how long this will take, but I don't know. I should at least try it. Read interactive fiction. I'll pick an interactive tale at random from my collection. The Secret Cut by Jordi DePaco. There's always been a legend among butchers on the island of Terra Nova about a secret cut hidden inside cows with crimson fur. A cut of beef? Cows with crimson fur are already a rarity, but finding this piece of meat is even rarer and requires a high level of skill to extract it undamaged. As the myth goes, whoever eats this delicacy will be blessed with unwavering health and good fortune. Not once in your 70 years as a butcher have you ever come across a crimson cow. Until today. A farmer friend of yours brought it before dawn. A very young calf, just a few weeks old. He doesn't want to have anything to do with crimson cows since he believes they bring bad fortune. You're not sure if he's unaware of the legend or if he's really had bad experiences with them. In any case, there she is. Her fur bright as a bonfire, even in the dim light of your workshop. She's too precious. Spare her life. For the life of you, this animal is too unique to be turned into meat. You spare her life and adopt her as your life companion. You name her Rhapsody. She brings you health and happiness by means of company, not sustenance. She is gentle, loving, and patient. She listens to all your tales and reacts with a moo in just the right places. 4 years go by. Rhapsody grows big and soft. You prepared a bucket of her favorite herbs to celebrate her 4th birthday. As you are singing happy birthday to you, an expensive black car drives slowly into your yard. The chauffeur gets out and opens the door to an old woman emblazoned with a fancy red coat. She joins the singing with a smile. Good day to you, dear butcher, she says upon finishing the song. Rhapsody dives into her birthday treat. This Corella DeVille ass bitch. Better not lay a finger on my cow. I'm happy to find this fine specimen in good health. I'd like to purchase your cow. The chauffeur opens a briefcase in front of you. $1 million if you get the secret cut out of her from me. Refuse. Rhapsody is just too precious. The woman twists her nose. I'm willing to go up to $5 million if you get the legendary meat from me, please. No. Rhapsody is not for sale. The woman senses your unbreakable determination and decides to give up. They pack up graciously and leave forever. You live until you are 100 years old, not finding yourself bedridden a single time. You and Rhapsody die together, peacefully, cuddled in her stable. You tell her goodbye, and she moves just at the right time. What to do? Oh, I got some energy from that. Interesting. Let's study a little bit. What do we have here? Excerpt of On the Four Elements, Air, by Witch Eugenia. In all my years of mentoring, air, the invisible element, is the one I found most students have difficulty understanding. Its intangible nature locks it in the world of ideas. How do you define context? It is an infinite element that expands as far as your thought wishes it to take it. For a true master of air, there is no such thing as out of context. Everything is intertwined and in constant relation. A river in the middle of a jungle can put in context the nature of an office worker. A philosopher's talent can be measured in their ability to develop context to engulf all things. Ironically, the overabundance of air energy sabotages rational thinking and breeds chaos, because chaos is the ultimate nature of air, everything affecting everything. Throw a paper boat into a bucket of water and you can predict its behavior. Throw 1,000 into the middle of a wild ocean and the mind begins to falter when trying to picture the outcome. If you combine multiple energies of air, you will obtain unpredictability, luck, and fortune. Unfathomable predestination. Alright. Still nothing? Do I gotta click on the window? I just want to keep going until the game saves. Next. Nothing at the window. Okay. I have enough to make a card. I have way too much water. God. Alright, can I use some of this water energy to, like, study a card? This one I don't fully understand, so I'm gonna study it and try to understand it better. O ancient Ivor, former leader, allow me to pierce through the fabric of this magic. I desire to know more. Quest plus water. Unspoken words of meditation. To be alone. Community plus water. Understanding. The complicity of a herd of beating hearts. Water plus water. Unbound power. The realization of potential. Okay. That kind of helps. Any other water heavy ones? Most of the other ones I understand for the most part. Okay, let's build a new card. How about... The 100-column worship. I kind of want to study this one. Oh, ancient Ivor, former leader, allow me to pierce through the fabric of this magic. I desire to know more. Okay. Earth, strength, support, determination, and resilience. Okay, I knew that. Inside the Warhorse Nebula, there's passage to a non-Euclidean canyon filled with 100 obsidian towers. No witch knows who erected them. If you climb onto a tower, you can see versions of yourself looking back at you from the many windows of the rest of the towers. Or are they the ones being watched? Okay, I'll select this one. Fine. Wolf, Mother, and Children. The Duchess of Solace. I think I have no choice but to make another water-heavy card, which I think is just going to beget me even more water. Or I could do this one. I need to collect a lot of energy for these. I could do this one. But it would make... I need another Earth card. This one has Earth. Heroes don't protect the people, but ideals, a symbol of resilience and sacrifice. They can only be killed by corruption. Okay. The Onyx Trumpet. Geruchtekuche. The Arbiter book. Not enough for that. I can put a little more water in here, how about? Bottomless jug. The contents are sour because it pours the unshed tears of the dead. How about? Alright. Where do I want to put her? On this tower. Or how about... she's in this tower. Her sword is pierced here. I'm just making this card based on vibes. And then... from this tower pours the water. Like begging the penitent hero to hear their tears or something. Okay, I can put something in her hand. How about that? Okay. And fish swim throughout the air. There are knives at her feet. How about kind of stabbed into the ground? Okay. Oh, okay, we got a visitor now. Accept defeat. Consciousness of the many selves. The hero inspires us to achieve the impossible. The essence of those who fight for what's important. The overflowing water from the jugs represents inner desire. Yeah, it's all desire. Alright, so we have many selves and achieving the impossible. Guardian ego, mercy, wellness, alliance, and courage. Okay. That's kind of a hard one to understand, but, you know, I like it. Has the game saved? 1 minute ago. Okay. Alright. So I think I'm going to end it here, and then we'll see what this message is later. Alright. I have been Mars, and I will be back with more The Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood.